'Cause it's just loose lips. I chat better than I sing, so go ahead and enjoy.
I think my forte lies in these kind of reactive projects where you kind of see a problem, and Duke Studios was that. It was a reactive to there wasn't that, so we made that. And so I've got a kind of passion project called In Good Company. And In Good Company is something which I formalised recently, but something which I've done again in the last 8 years, sitting on all of those boards and doing things for the city, which is about bringing more joy, colour and fun and art to the city. And so we would, I say we, I always say the royal we. I'm used to always just being a we with James and I, but I'm trying to be like more I in Good Company. Although I've got a new we with Tom from FYI at the moment. So In Good Company, it was about bringing art, painting buildings, doing kind of things within the city. But then when this all happened, James and I did a thing where we did a week of working out loud. So all of our problems that we were having, we were talking about them on Instagram Live to try and help people. So that if we were working things out, then that might just help some other people, or, you know, if we're trying to problem solve, or if we're feeling like shit. But alongside of all of that, I was also kind of having conversations with people on the phone and just checking in on people. And Tom from FYI are a print media company in Leeds and Sheffield. And I rang Tom and we were having a chat, and I was just saying to him, you know, because all of his stuff is in events, and we work with him a lot with Sheaf Street. And I was like, well, we're just trying to be positive. So we're going to try and do fun things. We're going to try and switch it up. And, you know, just trying to kind of pep talk him. And I said, you've got those billboards. Why don't we do something with those? And he said yes. And if anyone says yes to me, it's basically a fucking rabbit hole. Like, you're going down it, and if you continue to say yes, then it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And so we started with, I then approached Morag Myerscough, and Morag had recently, about 2 years before, done a crossing outside of Duke Studios. So I'd met her once. So she wasn't kind of like I didn't know her a lot, but I just messaged and said, look, I want to say I'd noticed that everybody was saying thank you to the NHS. But I just thought, there's all these people that are out there putting themselves at risk every day for us, and who are saying thank you to them. And I would like to say thank you to them, because we have the luxury of staying indoors and they have to go out every day. So we decided that we would do a thank you to the frontline workers. And Morag created the 4 billboards that are on Hyde Park Corner, which you can go and see on In Good Company Leeds on Instagram. And then that went out and it just went mental. So everyone was like, we want these in our city. And so then I thought, oh, right, okay. So then I spent a week trying to convince. I also then in that process brought on another 6 artists. So Studio Build, Risotto, Rebecca Black, Luke Tung, and Anthony Burrell. And then they all created these posters for the people. And then I went out and I tried to pitch this to all the big companies, JC2Go, the Clear Channels, all the big billboard companies. Just let me put this, and nobody would go for it. And then Tom approached Pop Art, who run all the poster drums in the city. And I thought to myself, if we can take over the whole of Leeds, one billboard, well, it was 4 billboards in Leeds, on Studio Build, sorry, the other person. One billboard in Leeds is not a national story, but if we can take over a whole city, then maybe that will make a national story. Maybe the press might pick it up. Maybe then the JC2Cos and the Clear Channels will get on board. And so Pop Art kindly got on board. Leeds City Centre Management helped us with a bit of funding for that. And so we took over these 150 boards in the city. But in that process, I was speaking, this has all been like really fast as well. This has all been done in in the last 4 weeks. And in that process, I said to Tom, oh, what if we just like guerrilla drop some banners outside like key places where people are? And then I thought, what about if we make banners that people can buy to put in their gardens? Then we can make this a people-powered national campaign. And so Tom said yes. And they built us a web shop in like 3 days. And then now we have, I think last count on Friday was we put 1,500 pieces of art in people's front gardens.
Whoa.
And it's just amazing. And then so all of these designs have gone out, and then in that process we've then kind of put this thing out for a people powered, and I saw that Times Square New York were doing something, so I got in touch with them and was like, this would be the most amazing people power if we can get this to New York and be with your art. And we didn't get it, but in that process the poster house in New York asked for the posters to be sent to them to put in their permanent archives. Leeds Library have got them in their permanent archives. We then Morag got approached by United Property Development Company, and there's one in Mayfield in Manchester. There's been so many things. Today, on the first week we got asked by our festival about being put in a book for like 100 key projects in this time, which is amazing. So many things. And then this week we're hoping someone's going to help us. There's more to come this week. There's a lot more to come this week. And so it's taken over my whole life.
'Cause it's just loose lips. I try better than I sing, so go ahead.